Guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be explaining how my trading series was such a success and all the trades I did in it, and pretty much how I made the keys, because my trading method is very different to lots of people's. So I'm going to explain tips. I don't know how many tips I have, but I'll go by my head, that is. So I'll probably title it How to Make Keys in Rocket League, because I'm a clickbaity prick. Yep, that's pretty much it. Okay, wow, really? Anyway, tip number one, I would say, I don't know, is mainly be patient. You need to invest time in trading, because if you don't, then you're not going to make any progress. You're going to feel let down. Yep, that's got in his way, deal with it. Yeah, you're going to feel let down, and it's going to make you not want to trade. Tip number two, I would say, would be trade items that are tradable. Don't trade, for example, exotic balacaras that no one wants, that look ugly. What does it look ugly? For example, normal K2s. They have decent demand and they're good will to trade. They're probably the best exotic you can trade that are non-painted, in my opinion, maybe apart from the Dracos and the Zombas. Furthermore, I don't know, because if you trade these items, it'll be very long for you to find people that want to buy them. And if it, wow, that guy just absolutely mugged me off. Thanks, teammate. And we got a toxic teammate. Oh, he left. What a knob. Anyway, continue. I'm getting off topic. What was I talking about? I was talking about demand in items. Every item has demand. It's just how much demand there is. You want to trade items that have high demand, so therefore it's easier to sell. Because, for example, a black market decal with high demand, as everybody wants them. Even better example of that is keys. If you can trade, I don't know, 2 keys for a Torah, which you could be very lucky if you got that, because nobody pays 2 keys for some reason, even though it's worth 2 to 3. But the point is, you have to pretty much just turn all your items that you have into keys, because then you can do multiple things with keys. People want them for crates. What's safe? People want them for crates. People want them for just normal trading. And keys pretty much equals power. And it's easy to convert how much your inventory is worth, because then you don't have to estimate how much someone would pay for an item. So definitely tip number 3 would be turn items into keys, if possible, because eventually someone's going to pay that key for, I don't know, balacaras, but it might take up to months. And as trading, by the looks of it, is disappearing in Rocket League, we might have you might not have long left. So this would be a short-term thing, but definitely don't do it right now. A while back, that would have been very useful. Go on, teammate. Go on. Come on. Oh, why do you need the boost? Fuck it, yes, we scored. Yay. Fuck, I'm swearing, who cares? I'm not making money off this video. Anyway, tip number 4 would be using prices. I know they're very, what do you call it? I don't know how to say it. They're very opinionated prices. Some people take prices and use the top price or the bottom price, and to be safe, just use the bottom price that they state, because you might not get that price, the high price. When I trade, I've come across specific traders that use the top prices of the prices estimated, and it's just not lots of people use high prices, and therefore people pay too much, and you wouldn't get that price if you traded it off to someone else. So tip number 4, to continue with tip number 4, would definitely be not to use the high price on the trade sites. Now, if you're trying to sell your items on for more, then you need to obviously request more keys. Oh, I didn't save that. Unlucky. Pretty much. That's it. So, tip number 5. I don't know if I've gone over this, but it's patience. If you want to trade in this game and be successful with it, you need to be patient. As I've said, the demand of items is, well, you don't know it until once you've traded enough and you're experienced. When you've been trading for a while, you know what items are in demand of what, and it's especially good to trade new items that just join the game. So for example, like the Fennec, especially painted versions. Oh, I nearly got over him. Unlucky. Anyway, yeah, so definitely trade coloured stuff. Don't go for coloured toppers or anything like I said, low demand, because you're gonna find that one person eventually. But that's eventually. If you want to make profit quick, that's not what you should do. Pretty much. You would have scored that. But I'm gonna continue on to the next game with more tips, and let's see how it goes. Okay, we'll just jump into another game, and yep, they got a bot. So basically, I'd say tip number 6. I think we're on tip number 6. Tip number 6, I'd say, use like the sites where you can list your items. For example, Rocket League Garage, something I use a lot. This is for PC and PS4. I trade on PS4, so it's a bit different, but the idea is basically tip number 7, ignore this if you play on PC, because you won't have this. You probably will on Steam. You have something similar on Steam. But on PS4 there's this thing called communities, and there's particular Rocket League communities, and oh wow, I took it, and it's really helped me find a lot of trades with people. People like say what they're looking for. They're looking for, I don't know, titanium white zombies, and they will offer, they'll have an offer or something. But a lot of the time you will find traders, especially little traders, that don't know the value of their items, which is what I mainly took advantage of on my trade series that I did. For example, the non-crate imports, lots of new players and new traders don't understand what they are. And there was a guy that I found, if you traded 2 of them, he'd give you a key. And that's pretty much how I generated most of my income. What a pass. But yeah, it's pretty much how I generated most of my income. But if you can find items like that, like non-crate imports, that people will trade you, items that traders have don't know that are worth a lot. I'll give you another example, a real example. I was playing another account, a fresh account. Oh, you got that pension to that. Anyway, I was playing another account, and I pretty much just got given free stuff. What safe? Free stuff from this random guy for like a bunch of uncommon toppers and shit. Nobody wants it, pretty much. But they're like the rocket pass that everybody has and nobody will pay lots for. Oh, what shot. Yeah, so nobody will pay for it, pretty much anything. And the guy showed everything he had. He had a bunch of import cars, and 2 of them, there was a Crimson Merc and a Cobalt Merc, and that's pretty much 1 key. So I traded all of my things away for them too. But the player, the clear, doesn't understand that I can get a key for 2 of them, because no way you would do that. It's not a profitable trade. That's what a lot of Rocket League players don't understand. Oh, I'm safe. Oh, let's see what I can do here. What's the team? Oh, why is he pushing up with me? Oh, don't worry about it. As long as he doesn't score. You know what, man's there, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, tip number 7. I'm running out of tips, so I'll probably list it that top 10 tips in Rocket League trading. Wow, that guy just Oh my god. Oh, thank god teammate was there. He like suddenly scored that. Anyway, I said anyway 5 million times too many. Oof. Teammate, if you can. Ah, lucky. Tip number 7 they score. Tip number 7 would be, I don't know, just don't get scammed. Trading becomes a lot easier when you're quite experienced. So as long as you don't lose a lot of keys value at the start, I'm sure people will help you with tips, with trading prices if you ask them in communities or on Steam or whatever you play on. Again, like I said, I play on PS4, it's a bit different. So people on Steam probably have, I don't know, chats where they can talk to more experienced players or admins or something. I'll just give that as an example. So if you're really stuck with trading and these tips aren't enough for you, ask for help on what's worth what. And really, trust me, you should use the price sheets. That's a free goal. I'll be honest with you, I don't have much more tips, not off the top of my head anyway. If I wrote some down, I'd probably have about 10. But, like I said, just to re-emphasize what I did, I traded a bunch of, let's say, not crate imports, unpopular crate imports for non-crate imports. And if you don't know what they are, they're a magic thing, and they're pretty common, these traders, but people will trade 2 for 1 key. It's like the PCC imports, 2 for 1 key. It's definitely a method I used on my trading series, and all the leftover bonus items you get from trades that you can add for other items. You can pretty much accumulate them, and then you can pretty much get non-crate imports out of them. The easiest way to get non-crate imports is to ask the player to show every item they have, or the best items they have, because then they won't realize that it's just an import. They see it's just an import. They think that the yellow things are worth more, which technically they are, but people don't pay 1 key for two exotics non-painted. They just don't. Don't ask me why. It's the way Rocket League. But at least they don't on PS4 anyway. Don't hit that team. Wow. Well, he's just given up. He could have scored that easily. He's gonna score that. I will apologise and say that was my bad. But 753 score, it's not bad at all. I'd just like to sum up everything I've said.